Samsaradavanalalidaloka Janaya Karuna Guna Gunatam. Aptasya Kayana Gunaravasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Vadija Madhyam Manasurasena. Romanchakam Pasutarangavajo Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Shivigraharadhana Nityanana Shingaratan Mandira Majinado. Tasya Bhaktam Sanimjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Chaturvidashi Bhagavat Prasado Sadvana Chiptan Hari Bhakta Sangam. Itaiva Chiptim Vajjata Sadeva Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Shri Radhika Madhavayurapara Madhurya Lila Gunarupanam. Shri Radhika Atikshana Satana Lolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Nikunjayuno Ratike Visida Jaya Livite Abhiksanina. Rati Daksha Rati Balabhasha Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. Shadari Sena Samasta Sastri Yuktastatava Vyavyateva Sadhi Kinto Prabhuya Priya Eva Dasha Mande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Bande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Bande Guru Shri Charanaravinda Yasha Prasada Bhagavat Prasada Yasha Prasada Nagati Katopi Yasha Prasada Dayam Stutvam Stasya Yasasti Sannam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini Namah Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vaskatya Desatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Vaskatya Desatarine Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vindam Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vindam Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, Haribo, Gora Haribo, Nita Gora Haribo, Nita Gora. Gora Premanande ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramansa Parajikachasta Tarasatarashi Shimad is Divine Grace. Sri Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parajikachasta Tarasatarashi Shimad is Divine Grace. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananda Koti Vaishnavini ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem Shri Koho Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Samakunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Shri Mayapura Dham ki jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Shri Tulasi Devi ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Ganga Maya ki jai. Jamuna Maya ki jai. Samaveda Bhaktavinda ki jai. Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Guranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Patita Pavane ki jai.
Namaste Narasimhaya, Namaste Narasimhaya, Pralada Lada Daine, Hiranyakashipurvakshaha, Hiranyakashipurvakshaha, Shilatankhana khalaye, Shilatankhana khalaye, Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha, Ito Yato Yato Yami Tato Narsimha, Vahi Narsimha Rudaye Narsimha, Vahi Narsimha Rudaye Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade, Narasimha Madim Sharanam Prapade, Tava Kara Kamalavare Naka Adhuta Shringam Dalita Hiranyakaku Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Jaya Jagadisha Hare, Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare, जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय भक्त प्रहलाद जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभु जय जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 जय जय गुरुदेव जय 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 गुरुदेव
नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रियासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण नमः राधा कृष्ण सेवा पाबो यही अभिलाषी राधा कृष्ण सेवा पाबो विलासी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रियसी नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रियसी जय तुम्हारा शरण लो तारा वंचा पूर्णा होय तुम्हारा शरण लो वंचा पूर्णा होय कृपा करी करो तारे वृंदावनवासी कृपा करी वृंदावनवासी मोरे विलास कुंज दियो मोराए नायने हिरिबो सदा जुगल रूप राशि नायने हिरिबो सदा जुगल रूप राशि निवेदन धारो सखीरानुगता करो निवेदन धारो सखीरानुगता सेवाधिकारा दिए करो निज दासी सेवाधिकारा दिए आसी दीन कृष्ण दासे कोय जीना मोरा होय दीन कृष्ण दासे को जीना मोरा हो श्री राधा गोविंदा प्रेमे सदा जैन बासी श्री राधा गोविंदा प्रेम सदा जैन बासी श्री राधा गोविंदा प्रेमे सदा जैन बासी श्री राधा गोविंदा प्रेमे सदा जैन बासी यानि कानि जपापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्राणाशन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पादे पदे यानि कानि जपापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च अनितानि प्राणाशन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पादे पदे यानि कानि जपापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्राणाशन्ति प्रदक्षिणा पादे पदे यानि कानि जपापानि ब्रह्महत्यादिकानि च तानि तानि प्राणाशन्ति प्रदक्षिणा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय वृंदा देवी जय वृंदा देवी जय वृंदा देवी जय तुलसी महारानी जय वृंदा देवी जय वृंदा देवी जय वृंदा देवी जय तुलसी महारानी निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल।
तुलसी देवी महारानी की जय। गोविंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाये केशवस्य च विष्णु भक्ति प्रदे देवी सजवताय नमो नमः।
Jai Guru Devi Jai Priya Jai Krishna
Gaye Tusidevaya Priyaye Vishvasya Vishnu Bhakti Paridevi Satyavadaya Namo Namo.
Jai.
Oh, beloved of Krishna, about before I begin. My desire is to obtain the service of Shri Shri Radha and Krishna. Whoever takes shelter of you has his wishes fulfilled. Bestowing your mercy upon him, you make him resident in Vrindavan. My desire is that you also grant me residence in the pleasure groves of Shri Vrindavan Dham. Thus within my vision I'll always behold the beautiful pastimes of Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me a follower of the proud dances of Raja. Please give me the privilege of devotional service and make me your own maidservant. This very fallen lowly servant of Krishna prays, may always swim in love of Shri Shri Radha and Govinda till Sri Devi Maharani ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Siksastakam ki jai. Cheto Darpana Marjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nirvapanam Shairakaravya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnam Ritasvadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Samkirtanam Nam Namakari Bahuda Nija Sarva Saktis Tatra Pitani Amitak Smarnina Kala Etadusita Vakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Dirdaivam Jusisami Anuraga Chinadapi Suni Chaitana Tararapi Saistana Amani Namana Deda Skritarniya Stada Hari Nadanam Najanam Nasan Gravitam Vaja Gidishikamaye Mama Janmani Janmanishware Bhavatad Bhakti Rahaitu Ki Twai Ai Nandatu Nucha Kinkaram Patitam Mam Visame Bhavam Buddho Kipaya Tava Padapankaja Stita Dulisadvisam Vichintaya Nayanam Galadasrudaraya Vadanam Gadgadurudaya Jira Pulakaya Nisitam Vapu Kada Tava Namagrahane Bhavishyati Yugayitam Nimesena Chaksusa Parbrasaitam Sunyayitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Vidahename Aslishyava Padaratam Pinastumam Anasam Mamato Karotu Va Yata Tata Va Vidatu Lampato Matprananatas Tusaeva Naparaha Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Chaitanya Siksastakam Ki Jai. Glory to Shri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fire of conditional life of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It's the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings. And thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your causeless devotional service birth after birth. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor, yet somehow or other I have fallen to this ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at your lotus feet. O my Lord, When will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up, and when will the hairs of my body stand on end at the recitation of your holy name? Oh, Govinda, feeling your separation, I'm considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I am feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so even if he handles me roughly by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord, unconditionally. Shri Chaitanya Siksastakam Ki Jai. There are 10 offenses in the matter of chanting the holy names of the Lord that should be avoided, and they are as follows. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who dedicated their lives to propagating the holy names of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent names of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna's imagination. 6. To give some interpretation of the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name of the Lord. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruit of activities of karma kanda. 9. To instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have complete faith in the chanting of holy names and to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions in this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Now let us offer our most humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just like desired trees that can fulfill the desires of everyone, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vanchikalpatarabhyascha kripasindubhyevcha pattanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Vaishnava Thakur.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Tene Brahma Hidaya Adhikavaye Muyanti Yatsurayaha Tejo Varimidam Yata Vinimayo Yatra Trisargomesha Damna Srina Sada Nirasta Kuhakam Satyam Param Dimahi. O my Lord Shri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Shri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes, of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universes. He is indirectly and directly conscious of all manifestations. And he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion. As one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen on fire or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Shri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. For he is the absolute truth. Dharma projita kaitra votra. Paramo nirmatsaranam satam. Vedyam vastavam atra vastu. Shivadam tapa trayonmulanam. Srimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite. Kim va parir Ishwaraha. Satyo Hridya Avarudyate Tra. Kriti Bihi Sususubhistakshanat. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated. This Bhagavad Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other scripture? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by this culture of knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart. Nigama kalpataror galitam phalam Sukamakad amrita dravya samyutam Pibata bhagavatam rasamalayam Muhur ahoraska bhuvibhavakaha. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Sri Sukadeva Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful. Although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 11, Text 30. Atavisat Swabhavanam Sarvakamam Anuttamam Prasada Yatra Patninam Sahasrani Chasodasa. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Therefore the Lord entered his palaces, which were perfect to the fullest extent. His wives lived in them, and they numbered over 16,000. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Lord Krishna had 16,108 wives, and for each and every one of them there was a fully equipped palace, complete with necessary compounds and gardens. Full description of these palaces is given in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. All the palaces were made of the best marble stone, and they were illuminated by jewels, decorated by curtains and carpets of velvet and silk, nicely bedecked and embroidered with gold lace. The personality of Godhead means one who is full with all power, all energy, all opulences, all beauties, all knowledge, and all renunciation. Therefore, in the palaces of the Lord, there was nothing wanting for fulfilling all desires of the Lord. The Lord is unlimited, and therefore his desires are also unlimited. And the supply is also unlimited. Everything being unlimited is concisely described here as sarva kamam, or full with all desirable equipment. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, as I've said before, Krishna is not limited by having 16,108 wives. He could have 16,108,000 wives. He could have 16 trillion. He could have 16 gazillion wives. And still he could have more. So everything in Krishna consciousness, wherever it may be, spiritual world or material world, is unlimited. Whereas the material world is limited. There's always a finite number in the material world. Actually, the material world, in a sense, is unlimited also, because the material energy is unlimited. It's eternal. However, we see limitations in the material world due to our sinful activities. If we give up sinful activities, and then we can experience what's called Turiya, the fourth the dimension, where everything becomes infinite. This is a world of three dimensions: length, width, and breadth. But in the fourth dimension, those three dimensions become unlimited, and there's no end to anything. Things just keep getting better and better. Whereas in the material world, as we're seeing with the coronavirus, things just get worse and worse. But that's only because of sinful activities. If people gave up sinful activities and practiced Krishna consciousness, then you could establish Vaikuntha in this. You would experience Vaikuntha even in this material world, because the material world is, as it's explained in the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, there's a covering of it. Like, for example, when we fall down from the spiritual world, the first thing that gets covered is our consciousness. Our consciousness becomes cloudy. When there are clouds like now, you don't see the sun shining. You see the light of the sun, but you don't see the sun. In the same way, when we engage in sense gratification, we don't see things clearly. We see everything becomes cloudy and blurred. So in Bhagavad Gita, it says that everything that exists is situated in the Brahma Jyoti. But when the Jyoti is covered by illusion, Maya, or sense gratification, so illusion is Maya, but another synonym for it is sense gratification. It is called material. This material veil can be removed at once by Krishna consciousness. Thus, the offering for the sake of Krishna consciousness, the consuming agent of such an offering or contribution, the process of consumption, the contributor, and the result, all combine together Brahman, or the Absolute Truth. The Absolute Truth covered by Maya is called matter. Matter, dovetailed for the cause of the Absolute Truth, regains its spiritual quality. Krishna consciousness is the process of converting the illusory consciousness into Brahman, or the Supreme. When the mind is fully absorbed in Krishna consciousness, it is said to be in samadhi or trance. Anything done in such transcendental consciousness is called yajna, or sacrifice for the Absolute. In that condition of spiritual consciousness, the contributor, the contribution, the consumption, the performer, or leader of the performance, and the result or ultimate gain, everything becomes one in the Absolute, the Supreme Brahman. That is the method of Krishna consciousness. So you see, by Krishna consciousness, we can transform the material world back to its original nature, which is spiritual. Because it is spiritual, but it's just covered right now by the desire for sense gratification, which clouds the mind, and we can't think straight, and we make mistakes. And by those mistakes are actually sinful activities. And the more sinful activities, the more bad karma, the more suffering there is. So this is unfortunate, but it's also unnecessary. It's artificially created by the desire to be independent of God and to be an independent enjoyer and to engage in what's called sordid activities, disgusting activities. So on the other hand, look what the spiritual world is like. There's beautiful palaces made of the best marble stone, illuminated by jewels and decorated by curtains, and carpets of velvet and silk, nicely bedecked with embroidered with gold lace. The personality of Godhead means one who is full with all power, all energy, all opulences, all beauties, all knowledge, and all renunciation. Therefore, in the palaces of the Lord, there was nothing wanting for fulfilling all desires of the Lord. Now, that's why we should, instead of trying to be the primary enjoyer, we should reconcile our mind to being the secondary enjoyer. Krishna is the primary enjoyer. So if we work to please Krishna, then we can, in communion with Krishna, enjoy the result of the offerings in the form of prasadam. And that way, we, as a secondary enjoyer, we become fully satisfied, because if Krishna is fully satisfied, then we'll be fully satisfied, because we are part and parcel of Krishna. That's another point. We're never separated from Krishna. We can only seem to be separated by this cloudy consciousness that we develop due to desiring sense gratification. You don't even have to engage in sense gratification. You just desire it, and your mind becomes clouded, and you don't see correctly, and you make mistakes all the time. Mistakes in the form of sinful activities, even if you don't understand that it's sinful. The ignorance is no excuse for any of us. So, in other words, when our mind becomes fully engaged in Krishna consciousness, at that point, Krishna takes over. And that's explained. Shinvata swakata Krishna punya sravana kirtana hridyantaksto bhadrani vidunati suhit satam. When we become serious about hearing and chanting, then Krishna, noticing our seriousness, he takes a special interest in us. Now that's what we should strive for Krishna to take a special interest in us. And it says, Shri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, is the Paramatma, super soul in everyone's heart, and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted. So if you want Krishna to be your friend, to take over your life, that means he is the primary enjoyer, and if we strive always to please the Lord with words, senses, mind, intelligence, action, assets, everything, iha yasya harer dasya karmana manasajira akilasvapi avastasu jivan mukta sauchyate, you become jivan mukta. You become liberated even in this world. So Prabhupada explains, the messages of the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, are non-different from him. Whenever, therefore, offenseless hearing and glorification of God are undertaken, it is to be understood that Lord Krishna is present there in the form of transcendental sound, which is as powerful as the Lord personally. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his sixth Shastika declares clearly that the holy name of the Lord has all the potencies of the Lord, and that he has endowed his innumerable names with the same potency. There is no rigid fixture of time, and anyone can chant the holy name with attention and reverence at his convenience. The Lord is so kind to us that he can be present before us personally in the form of transcendental sound, but unfortunately we have no taste for hearing and glorifying the Lord's name and activities. We have already discussed developing a taste for hearing and chanting the holy name. It is done through the medium of service to the pure devotee of the Lord. The Lord is reciprocally respondent to his devotees. when he sees that a devotee is completely sincere in getting admittance to the transcendental service of the Lord and has thus become eager to hear about him, the Lord acts from within the devotee in such a way that the devotee may easily go back to Godhead, go back to him. The Lord is more anxious to take us back into his kingdom than we can desire. In other words, he's more anxious than us. We don't want to go back to Godhead. He wants us to go back to Godhead. The Lord is more anxious to take us back into his kingdom than we can desire. Most of us do not desire at all to go back to Godhead. Only a very few men want to go back to Godhead. You want to go back to Godhead? Yes? Sure? Absolutely sure? Okay, good. You can take me back then. Most of us do not desire at all to go back to Godhead. Only a very few men want to go back to Godhead. But anyone who desires to go back to Godhead, Shri Krishna helps in all respects. One cannot enter into the kingdom of God unless one is perfectly cleared of all sins. The material sins are products of our desires to lord it over material nature. It is very difficult to get rid of such desires. Women and wealth are very difficult problems for the devotee making progress on the path back to Godhead. Many stalwarts in the devotional line fell victim to these allurements and thus retreated from the path of liberation. But when one is helped by the Lord himself, the whole process becomes as easy as anything by the divine grace of the Lord. To become restless in the contact of women and wealth is not an astonishment, because every living being is associated with such things from remote time, practically immemorial, and it takes time to recover from this foreign nature. But if one is engaged in hearing the glories of the Lord, gradually he realizes his real position. By the grace of God, such a devotee gets sufficient strength to defend himself from the state of disturbances, and gradually all disturbing elements are eliminated from his mind. So the mind is the terrain of this big battle. It is, you can compare it to the Kurukshetra. Because a huge battle took place in Kurukshetra. A huge battle is taking place every second in our minds. And that, just like Shakespeare said, to be or not to be, that is the question. But actually, we can correct that statement to be Krishna conscious or not to be Krishna conscious. That is the question, you see. So we have to decide at every second of our life, do I want to be Krishna conscious or do I not want to be Krishna conscious? So one decides not to be Krishna conscious by whimsical thinking, whimsical. And that whimsicalness is caused by lust. This is explained in the 16th chapter, where it says, Yashastra vidim utshrija vartate kamakarataha. And then it says, Na sasidem avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. He who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims, W-H-I-M-S. You know what that means, a whim? It's like boggle, right? You think, nah, today I don't want to follow Krishna consciousness. I'm going to sleep instead of going to Mangala Aarti. Because Mangala Aarti is the same thing all the time. Samsaradava, naladida loka, and then this thing and that thing. It's always the same thing. Today I'm going to stay home in this warm bed and dream of sense gratification. And maybe tomorrow I'll go. And maybe tomorrow I'll sleep in again. You know, so that's called whims, whimsical behavior. And what is it caused by? Lust. And it says here, he who discards scriptural injunctions and acts according to his own whims, attains neither perfection, nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. And in the purport, Prabhupada says, as described before, the Shastra Vidhi, or the direction of the Shastra, is given to the different castes and orders of human society. Everyone is expected to follow these rules and regulations. If one does not follow them and acts whimsically according to his lust, greed, and desire, then he never will be perfect in his life. In other words, a man may theoretically know all these things, but if he does not apply them in his own life, then he is to be known as the lowest of mankind. The lowest of mankind. So when you sleep in, you have become the lowest of mankind that day. So we should make a decision in our life every day. I'm going to be up. Maybe let's say it's snowing and there's ice and you can't come to the temple, but you should be up 1.5 hours before the sunrise. Mangala Aarti. The best time of the day to make spiritual advancement. So, there's lust, greed, and desire. These things make a person whimsical. Then he will never be perfect in his life. In other words, a man may theoretically know all these things, but if he does not apply them in his own life, then he is to be known as the lowest of mankind. In the human form of life, a living entity is expected to be sane and to follow the regulations given for elevating his life to the highest platform. But if he does not follow them, then he degrades himself. But even if he follows the rules and regulations and moral principles, and ultimately does not come to the stage of understanding the Supreme Lord, then all his knowledge becomes spoiled. And even if he accepts the existence of God, if he does not engage himself in the service of the Lord, his attempts are spoiled. Therefore, one should gradually raise himself to the platform of Krishna consciousness and devotional service. It is then and there that he can attain the highest perfectional stage, not otherwise. The word kama karata is very significant. A person who knowingly violates the rules acts in lust. He knows that this is forbidden, but still he acts. This is called acting whimsically. He knows that this should be done, but still he does not do it. Therefore he is called whimsical. Such persons are destined to be condemned by the Supreme Lord. Such persons cannot have the perfection which is meant for the human life. The human life is especially meant for purifying one's existence, and one who does not follow the rules and regulations cannot purify himself, nor can he attain the real stage of happiness. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Haribo, Haribo, Haribo. So we're going to start reciting these exceptional prayers in the second chapter. Yeah.
In a way, it seems like there's an element missing in all these teachings. Not really, but in a way it seems, because we hear all these, stories of this sage doing this and that, and he saw some fishes maybe and he fell down. But what's missing is in today's environment, you have it thrown at you. It's like all over the place. It's in your face.
But it's in your face anyway. It's so bari, hundreds and thousands of years ago, fell down.
There was a society around them where it's easier to focus on Krishna.
No, not necessarily. People have fallen down in every age, even in Satya Yuga. You had the hunter in Satya Yuga. Valmiki was killing animals and enjoying it. That's Satya Yuga. No, there's always been this problem. Even in the time of Ramachandra, in Treta Yuga, there were the Bills and there were tribal people. They were outside the Vedic culture. They were eating meat and doing all kinds of things. Don't think that the excuse is this age is different. It's not different. All these things have existed always. Why is it that people fall down to the material world? it can even exist in the spiritual world.
But I mean, even today, it's like if someone's trying to be pious, especially in terms of sexuality, and people think, oh, he must be gay or something, you know what I mean?
What do you care what people think? No, the dogs bark, but the caravan passes. So don't listen to the dogs barking. If you hear them barking, you just chant loudly, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, and just walk past it. Otherwise, you will be stuck. You'll be caught in a trap. Your mind will become cloudy, and you'll be following lust, greed, and material desires. They become your gurus. You don't want to do that. That's why we're hearing every day. It's supposed to make you stronger in your determination to follow the rules and regulations. Right? We have to hear it every day because we're out there in the la-la land and we get influenced and we think, oh, why am I doing this? Waking up early, Hare Vilas is saying the same nonsense all the time. Chant Hare Krishna, Hare Bol.